Well, thank you. Right now, the Norwegian cruise ship is headed back into the Gulf of Mexico. This is a live tracking of where the ship is. That ship, called the Breakaway, arrived in New Orleans yesterday with more than a dozen people who had COVID on board. The state health department says a total of 17 COVID cases were found on board, including one case of the Omicron variant. Duke Carter is following this story for us this morning, and he joins us from the riverfront with more. Hey, Duke, so that ship came in. The passengers got off. They had no idea any of that was going on. The person with the Omicron variant was quarantined somewhere on the ship. New people got on the ship knowing that. They all knew that and then took sail.
The ship did set sail last night, Leslie, and so hours after it was initially supposed to. And so we do know that the cases involve both for crew members as well as passengers. Now, the person that is believed to have the Omicron variant is a crew member who is not a Louisiana resident and did not leave the ship. Those are the facts that we do know right now. Again, the person who does have the Omicron variant is a crew member, not a Louisiana resident, and again, did not leave the ship. So a spokesperson for the cruise line tells us that everyone who tested positive was asymptomatic. They do require all their guests and crew members to be vaccinated and implemented their quarantine and contact tracing procedures as soon as they learn of the positive test results. There were 3,200 people on board the ship, and they had just traveled to Belize, Honduras, and Mexico. We did catch up with some passengers after the ship dock. Take a listen to what they had to say.
Tested and left us. We never knew last night. Nobody ever knew. This morning on the news, people started seeing it.
No, we didn't know anything about an outbreak on the ship.
We heard when we got to port and had cell phone service and saw the news.
Now, as for those on board the new cruise, there will be some changes because of, well, what happened and, of course, the late start. They will not stop in Costa Maya as first planned. All guests will need to wear a mask when indoors except for eating and drinking. They'll also have to be tested twice during the cruise, and in exchange, everyone will get 200 onboard credit as well as a 10% off for future booking. Again, as we know right now, the person with the Omicron variant is a crew member who is not a Louisiana resident and did not leave that ship. Of course, if anything does develop with this story, we'll keep you updated. For now, though, reporting, Duke Carter, Eyewitness News.
Duke, thank you very much for that update.